Hello, and welcome to video 3 of the series. Video 2 skipped due to complications in class schedules, but now we're on to this week's topic, electricity and circuits. I'm going to provide a brief overview of simple circuits, as well as how they can be applied within the broader world of music and technologies. For our example of a simple circuit, today we will be using this one that we constructed in class, which contains one battery, two sets of wires, and a transducer, which in this case is our speaker. There are some simple things that you need to understand about electricity in order to make understanding circuits and simple circuits much easier. The first thing you need to understand is that electrons will always travel with the path of least resistance. In this case, they will travel through our wires into our speaker, back into our wires, and back towards the battery. It's also important to know that what a transducer is. A transducer is basically any device that turns one form of energy, in this case electricity, into another form of energy. For example, an LED converting electricity into light, or in this case, a speaker turning electricity into sound. Now, let's take a closer look at the speaker itself. On the outside of the speaker, we can see the two connection points for the wires that connect to the battery. This allows the electrons to flow from the outside into the copper coil that's wrapped around a magnet within the inside. Whenever electrons flow through this wire, the copper coil causes the magnet to create a push and pull force on the speaker head itself, creating little pop noises. This follows the same basic principles of creating an electromagnetic field. As you can see from the picture of the example circuit we created, we have connected two wires by hand right above the speaker head, meaning whenever the speaker moves, the wires move, and this creates a repetition of the circuit being opened and closed over and over, which also causes a consistent popping noise due to the speaker also being turned on and off constantly. Now, let's look how you can take something simplistic like this and turn it into the ability to be able to create music from it, just by using the repetitive motion of the speaker popping up and down. You can also add other objects, just like it's shown in the picture. We added paper clips and pennies that gave it a metallic sound whenever it constantly moved up and down. As you could see in the clip, the wires were moving up and down, jostling the speaker head along with the paper clips and pennies set within it. Although it is a basic example of this concept, it can be taken to extreme levels. Maybe, for example, by getting a much bigger speaker with a ton of different objects and throwing them on top of it. This would create a whole variety of sounds. The possibilities are truly endless, which can be happen with just a simple circuit and transducers such as this. So, to recap, we in this video we talked about simple circuits, how they worked, what transducers are, and how you can apply simple circuits such as this to the world of music and technologies, and how itself can be used to create different sounds. Well, that's all for this video. Have a good day. Bye.